All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Will. So the time has come. The Moto Z2 Play has arrived. It is now official, and it'll be hitting stores in the U.S. But there's a catch to that. Once again, I think Motorola, teaming up with OEMs or teaming up with cell phone companies is cool. But Verizon is getting the exclusive on the Moto Z2 Play again. They got the exclusive on the Moto Z first last time, the Moto Z Play. So, I don't know. I just feel like these exclusive deals, it's just time to dead them. They're so old and they don't benefit the OEMs at all. There was a rumor about the Moto Z2 Play coming to T-Mobile, and I guess maybe it will. I don't know, but Verizon definitely has the exclusive at this point, and it's going to retail for $499. So there are some changes in the Moto Z2 Play from the Moto Z Play. And before you say that it's a bad deal or whatever, you just kind of got to take it for what it is, because, this is what they're offering. And sometimes, it seems like I was having a conversation with someone else online, and it seems like the better phones are getting, as the years increase, it seems like they're taking away from devices. So with that being said, the Moto Z Play has a 3510 milliamp hour battery. And we all know the Moto Z Play has fantastic battery, coupled with the Snapdragon 625. Now, the Moto Z2 Play, it does look better. I will admit that. But it has a same 5.5-inch Super AMOLED display, 1080p. It has a Snapdragon 626, I believe is what they're saying here. Yeah, and they also changed the camera to the 12 megapixel with the 1.7 aperture. So pretty much what you're getting on the Moto Z, the Moto G5 Plus, you're pretty much getting that type of camera. Motorola is doing it right. Now, the pricing of $499, I wouldn't be so quick to jump out and grab it this time. It was $408 for the Moto Z Play. This was supposed to be $499. Now, I'm saying Verizon gets the exclusive right now, but there is going to be an unlocked version. It's thinner, lighter, faster. It's their slogan for the Moto Z2 Play. So I'll admit, it does look better. It is slimmer. It still has a 3000 milliamp hour battery. It's clocked at 2.2 gigahertz on the octa-core. And they're claiming 30 hours of battery life. They can make all the claims they want. Every OEM does that. It's a good looking phone, I'll admit. Let me see if I can find some. They've got a bunch of things out there on a bunch of videos out there on the Moto Z to Play. So head over to YouTube and you can see. So let me read some of these official specs to you. 5.5-inch 1080p display, 12 megapixel that's on this one is in that one. 4 gigs of RAM, Snapdragon 626, 3000 milliamp hour battery. And I don't think they're going to have a problem. This phone is 6 millimeters thin, which is crazy thin. It does have Gorilla Glass, but it doesn't say what it is yet. It does have Android 7.1.1. So, Adreno 506, SD card slot, 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs onboard storage, or there's a 4 gig of RAM, 64 gig onboard storage. So 12 megapixel, 1.7 aperture on the rear. That's going to be a huge highlight for this phone, the camera. The front is a 5 megapixel with a 2.0 aperture. So the front has an LED flash as well. So, it's going to be interesting. I'm sure the phone will be a success. They basically priced it $90 more than what it retailed for last year, but there's going to be sales. There's going to be promos. It happens to every phone. So just look for that. It does have fast charging, a fingerprint reader on the front, and has fast charging for 50% in 30 minutes. So, it comes in lunar gray, fine gold, and Nimbus blue. So the blue is probably going to be the most popular selling. Anytime there's a new color of a device, it definitely is the selling point. People want that new color. So here's some of what they're showing online here. But I got to tell you, the camera on this phone, it's probably pretty much what you're going to get. And I don't know for sure. I'm just saying this is a great camera on this phone. But I feel like, Motorola's still one of my favorite companies when releasing, I guess, mid-tier devices that pack a lot of punch. $499 isn't a bad price. I would just have to get it in hand And, you know, I obviously plan on grabbing it. There's an unlocked version. I don't plan on buying anything on T-Mobile's network. I'm gonna live on locked going forward. You know, I'll get other phones in from carriers, you know, things, but I'll pretty much probably just unlock them if it can be unlocked and use it on my carrier of choice. But I want to live unlocked going forward if I can completely, and the freedom to do what I want to do on any carrier that I want. So the exclusive deals that come with, you know, companies with this, you know, just letting one company get a phone. I know it's about money. You know, they're bidding really high to say, let me get it first, because they want to sell it first. They want to get all the funds and sales on it first. But OEMs, I don't understand your logic behind that thinking, because if you give it to all of the companies or just sell it right out, you can still get the profits. And Verizon has the most subscribers, I believe, at the time. So that's why they're able to do that, I believe. So, you know, it's a catch-22. We got a great product coming out. More than likely, the Moto Z2 Play it definitely looks really nice. I'm not gonna front. I really like the way it looks. But aside from that, I'm kind of getting the same thing internally, just about, you know, and a little bit less, if you will. So I'm excited. It probably doesn't sound like I'm excited about it, but I'm just not sold immediately on some devices. You know, I gotta get it in hand, and I gotta touch it, and I gotta use it. And it's definitely premium hardware, that's for sure, because Motorola makes some great premium hardware for the Moto Z2. The Moto Z Play had great hardware. And I'm kind of glad they killed off that glass back and gave it this kind of like metal looking back. I think that's a great move. So decided to throw up a quick breaking news video. I appreciate you guys joining me real fast. It's your man Jay Will. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about the Moto Z2 Play? I'd love to talk to you in the comments about it. So, are you picking up one? That's the question. Do you plan on getting the Moto Z2 Play? Moto Z Play owners, do you plan on buying the Moto Z2 Play? Do you feel like because they down the battery, you're going to get worse battery life? You know, they've got new Moto mods too. That's another thing. They announced new Moto mods. They now have a game controller Moto mod. So they still have the same Moto mods, but they added a game controller and something else. I forgot what it was, but the game controller, obviously, you know, you put your phone in there and it's a game controller. It snaps on and you can play games that way. But I don't know how I feel about that. But, you know, the Moto mod that I'm most interested in is the JBL speaker and the battery packs. Those are the ones that I like, and the style covers. All the other ones, I had no intentions really. I mean, I had intentions, but once I realized this wouldn't benefit me. That camera add-on is just like, they're talking about a mega zoom, like it zooms really far. So what, a camera can zoom. I don't really care about that. If I want to take something up close, I'll just have to walk to where it's at and take a picture of it. If I can't get it, as far as my camera will zoom, that's about where I'm going to take it from. So, but I think Motorola is doing a fantastic job. I just don't like when they do exclusive deals with companies, cell phone companies, because it really kills off the hype of the phone. It kills it off for me. That is, it makes me lose interest in it immediately. Once I see that it's going to Verizon only, it's like, goodness, man, I closed my Verizon account. I don't want to go get a phone just to get Verizon just to get a phone. So there's going to be an unlocked version, but don't think they're going to sell it anytime soon. You know, I don't know, but we shall see. So it's coming, $499 for the Moto Z2 Play, from what I can see online. You know, so what do you guys think? It's your man Jay Will. Talk about it in the comments.